The video where we get a lot of our hate, our bust / overvalued video. Namco right here, I'm Dustin. We don't think all these guys are gonna have terrible years. We just think for whatever reason, they're getting drafted a little bit higher than we like. Get onto our site, get our draft guide, get our cheat sheet, like this video, give us a bust.
And here's a prime example of somebody that 100% should be drafted. We just don't want to pay the price that you have to. And that's Chris Davis of the Orioles. Here's why we don't like it. A, he got paid this year. I love people in contract years. I hate people that got paid after a contract year. He had a contract year last year, had a stellar year, got paid this year. But if you look at his 2014 stats, while he still gave you the home runs, not as many as last year, but he batted under 200.
Yeah.
So what Chris Davis are you going to get? And are you really willing to pay the 2015 value or price for him in 2016? We ain't, so you shouldn't either.
Next, Ian Kinsler. Now, Kinsler's kind of tricky because he can still put up solid stats. He is on the decline of his career, but he has the name recognition. He plays a tough position to fill. So you get in kind of those early middle rounds, you need a second baseman, you see Ian Kinsler's name. That's what leads to him getting overdrafted in a lot of cases. But if you can get him around the 80th pick or so, 75th, right around that range, we think there's still good value there. But there's a lot of other younger, more exciting second basemen that we'd rather have than Kinsler. Let someone else overpay for him if they want to.
All right, we're going to go over to Texas. We're going to go to third base, and it's going to be Beltre. Here's the problem with him. His name's great, and he's had solid years, but he's just on the decline. He's getting a little long in the tooth, as they would say. And his home runs, 19 in 2014, 18 in 2015, that's slowly going down. And guess what's going up? His strikeouts are going up. Home runs going down, strikeouts going up. He'll probably bat around 260 this year is my guess. And you just have to pay too much of a value for him. And third base is a fairly deep position where we like the top half, and there's a lot of sleepers we like. So he's not finding his way into any of my teams perfectly. Just throw it out there. Ain't gonna be on a Namco team.
Troy Tulowitzki. I mean, a lot of what you can say about him fits right in there with Ian Kinsler. I mean, it's not that it'd be a terrible thing to pay full price for him on draft day. It's just there's always younger, more exciting guys. And you just don't want to get at a point in the draft where you just panic and draft this guy around too early just because you know his name. But again, if you can get him around 5th or 6th round, that's solid value for him. But just don't be reaching on this guy just because you're just praying he stays healthy and does what he does when he stays healthy. But I mean, at this point in his career, he's let down a lot of owners over the years with injuries.
So a lot of these guys on the list aren't exciting, but here's one that's extremely exciting when he gets on base. That's Billy Hamilton. He gets on base and he's just stealing bags left and right, and you absolutely love him, and he has a 3-steal day, and it's like, this is why I got him. But the problem is, Billy bats 220, so how often is he going to get those kind of opportunities? So while the steals are nice, he gives you nothing else. He hurts you in average, and there's always somebody that reaches on him way too much because they think he's going to steal 80 bags and go nuts this year, which there's 0 chance of that happening.
0.
He's not going to steal 80 bags.
He could.
He was not. There's no way he steals 80 bags this year.
I wouldn't say 0% chance.
Okay, there's a 2.6% chance.
All right, I like it. David Ortiz is my next guy. Call this a gut call, an educated guess. Call it whatever you want. We really have no real concrete reason for thinking his numbers are going to go down other than just we think this is the year. I mean, he's 40 years old. He can't do it forever. And his numbers have just been ridiculous. I mean, he's proven us wrong in the past. He might prove us wrong again this year, but we're feeling good that this is the year where he trails off. The HGH is going to stop working for him or whatever he's doing. He's juicing somewhere.
All right, another 40-year-old that had been linked to performance enhancing is Alex Rodriguez. And it's, last year he surprised a lot of people, including us. He had 33 bombs last year, which no one thought he was going to do.
Stayed fairly healthy,
but he only batted 250. And again, he's 40 years old. I just see those home runs coming down this year. In fantasy, sometimes what's more likely, right? Is it more likely he repeats last year, or is it more likely he falls flat on his face this year? How many goes more likely he falls flat on his face this year?
Man, I hope so, because that would be fun to watch.
Yasiel Puig's my next guy. Now this...
Ooh.
Oh! He said Puig.
It doesn't get any more exciting than a young guy like him. Everyone wants to have him on their team, and he ends up getting overdrafted. I've compared it, I think it was in our outfield video, I compared it to, the Bryce Harper hype. We know that there's a real good potential of just a breakout year, and that's what Harper did last year. But it took a few years of him getting overdrafted before it happened, and we put Puig kind of in that same situation. Huge upside, huge potential, but I don't want to take a guy 2 rounds earlier than I think he should go, gambling that he's going to go that much further in progression with his stats.
It could happen this year.
It could.
But why take the risk?
Plenty of other guys.
The last guy I'm going to talk about is Matt Kemp. And Matt Kemp, last year he was down in terms of average, home run, and bags compared to his 10-year career average. So all those numbers are down. Oh, and by the way, he's been in the league 10 years now. So just based on all of those facts, Matt Kemp is the perfect guy in the late middle rounds, and somebody panics, sees the name, and just scoops him up and assumes he's going to be Matt Kemp from 4 years ago. He's been in the league 10 years, it ain't 4 years ago. That's all I'm saying.
And the last guy we got, Steven Strasburg.
I don't agree with completely. He's the boss.
I mean, he can still get the strikeouts, but he just has not been the same explosive pitcher since the elbow injury when he first came up. It's just kind of, for me, I can get strikeouts. You can get cheap strikeouts anywhere, I don't want to put him in that ace category until he shows me the whole package, and he just hasn't been doing it. He's been streaky. I want to see the full package before I pay even close to full price. And some of the great starting pitchers that I've seen him ranked over.
Oh, that's true.
Like Dallas Keuchel. I mean, give me
Not
Keuchel
even
all
close
day.
to you? Not even close? Keuchel way over Strasburg?
All day.
Yeah.
All day. But
So that's
he should
it.
still be drafted.
That's the bust video. Make sure you check out all of our other videos. Please give us a thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube. If you have any questions, go into the forums. We're going to be doing some of the, we'll be reviewing drafts, doing some grades soon whenever those start coming out. So enjoy.
Subscribe!
Yay!